G'day friends and fans. Welcome to Dave Talk Stuff. The shift in labour and masculinity, of course, is pretty much both driven by technology and greed. Okay? Men embrace labour-intensive work. Women shy away from it. Feminism, of course, is raising men to be soy boys. The term started in the it didn't become popular until the 80s, metrosexual, but it did start late in the 50s. They were looking for ways to enlightenment was the buzzword. And of course, you have estrogen in the water supply. You have so many single mother homes. But the thing is, right, they're trying to demonize masculinity because they can't get rid of it, right? Right. They admit it, right? There's a decline in heavy industry. They've increased productivity through robotics, through AI, and they actually admit that this is a traditionally male-dominated field, right? And they want more, and they claim they want a more service-oriented economy. What's a service-oriented economy? We don't need more lawyers. We don't need more accountants. In fact, AI is replacing accountants. You don't need accountants anymore. You just coin up your phone and scan your receipts. And so less accountants, less doctors, less lawyers. AI can do all that. Robots are going to do surgery. So service industry, what are they talking about? Prostitution, of course. All these snow bunnies at the Olympics getting their rocks off, while the men of Ukraine fight, the women of Ukraine are over partying in the Olympics. But again, they claim that there's no attack on masculinity, but of course all the masculine jobs are the ones being cut. But they talk about feminism in the workplace. Well, yes, right? Increase in nursing. Again, the service industry has always been traditionally thrust upon women, right? They call them soft skills, right? Where women were empathetic and they choose communication over strength. No, they don't choose, right? They lack physical strength, so they develop their communication, aka manipulation and empathy skills, right? I really care, Mr. Boomer. Now stand still. Now tell me your ATM number, please. Yeah. So don't tell me, right, that time and time again they're gaslighting you. So don't tell me that industry has been feminized when they're actively promoting increasing female employment. But despite the shifts, right, industry like construction, mining and transport are in high demand, particularly delivery drivers. And we've seen, though, initial bursts like Uber and other delivery services. We see once the service industry needs customers. You can't be your own customer, right? Right? You can't just get investors, build a big industry, and then go, if you build it, they will come. And lo and behold, no one comes because they're all unemployed. And they don't pay enough on benefits to eat out every day. In fact, most jobs don't pay it right. You see the California dilemma, right? All these people say, I'm working 13 hours days, I can't cook, I can't do this, I can't do that. And meanwhile, the farmer's going, I'm so sorry. But the initial term of soy boy came about when people found out that soy, I think it's called the Godin study or the Goodin study, where men of physically, mentally, the size, and of course the academics want to blame the shift in labour force. We don't need big, strong men anymore. Really? Who's going to open your jar, right? You ask the snow bunnies, and they want Hans or Hans. So they want the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of Hans, or the little Hans Gruber. Who do they? Oh yes, it does depend, right? But on first sight, they go for the big, tall, muscular Nordic man. But then, when the money, the hook nose says, "But I've got the money." So, yes, the soy boy has been around forever and a day. Right, the smaller, weaker men, right, higher in estrogen, right, and note that it's not actually how much soy you consume that turns you into a soy boy. It's protoestrogen. And not all soy is the same, not all all these isoflavones, right? And of course, the feminist perspective is, but we're equal to men. Look at and of course, these weak men, they're gay, they're vegan, they're all the activisms, so they are less productive because they don't work. Again, we have a problem, right, where men, right, are under attack with their jobs being cut, right? So they cut jobs for men, increase migration, right? Say we don't have enough lawyers, doctors, accountants, yet they don't train men to be doctors, lawyers, and accountants. They train women, and why aren't the women, right? Oh, it's because the women want the cheaper, easier office work. They don't want to do the hard work to become a doctor or a lawyer, right? And you also look at the legal industry, doctors industry. Doctors are an industry unto itself, but when I talk about doctoral thesis, we are talking about medical doctors, right? You have shortages because even so many fail, or so many are just pathetic, right? And it's not the standards, it's the standards of the people. We're raising people to have short attention spans, not do the hard work, right? People who, and we are not all going to be streamers. We're not all going to be OnlyFans girls. You look at the average OnlyFans girl. A handful make a lot of money. The rest make almost nothing. But the primary driver is ideology, right? They are deliberately changing the dog market. When the government has its hands on the scales for votes, and that is the problem with liberal democracy, right? The immoral vote. Anne Rind warned us of the immoral vote, right? Toxic empathy, whatever you want to call it, right? Orwell in his own way, Huxley in his own way, the feminized society, turning humans and human reproduction into a commodity, right? Humans have always sought to exploit others for personal gain. And the morality is what, right? Whether it's slavery or anything to do with forced labor, or where you supposedly, dishonest, right, where you sell goods that are supposedly something but not what you claim they are. We used to have fairly robust understanding of fraud, deception, forced labor, unpaid wages, workers' rights, but it's a never-ending battle for the left. So while the men try to make do, right, feminism is always trying to tear down. And the problem is, over recent decades, as feminists get richer and richer because they swing the vine up, of course, they fail up all the time, right? So while we, as a society as a whole, allow feminists to fail up, they get more and more about the stock market. They get more, right? See, right, it's the left-right approach, right? Two sides of the same coin. If they can't get you with the emotional argument, they hit you with the economic argument. It's never logic or morals. And this is the thing. Men embrace morality. You look at the yin yang, right? Men embrace reality, logic, and feminism. It's always the appearances. It's always the emotions, right? So there's morals and logic go together, whereas emotions and chaos go together. So you have law and order, and I'll do as I please. All right. So the whole soy boy industry is about turning men into weak-willed, so they cannot organize, so they cannot cooperate. So if you can't cooperate, you cannot reach a level of collaboration where you are an effective resistance. And believe it or not, the greatest conspiracy in the world is just spreading ideas. And as we educate men into mgtow, we are now the 25%. We've crossed the threshold where we're now an official threat to the UN. Woo! Right? We're a threat because feminism is on the decline. The majority of women do not identify as feminists. And this is worldwide. As we see, China's made feminism a dirty word. Korea is shifting from a good feminist nation to this is why they removed the Korean leader, because he was anti-feminist. All the feminist parties fabricated evidence against him, and they even tried to put him to death when he, rightfully so, identified an insurrection by the left, an attempt to destabilize Korea, right? Selective gender abortions, right? Korean women refusing to participate in society. No, he saw a genuine threat. And he thought that we should deal with it. But no. Politicians always wanting to kick the can. But feminism, of course, is always seeking to dismantle any structure that they do not control. And they think that it's rigid masculine ideas that are harmful to men's health and well-being. Really, as the rise of the soy boy, are they healthy? Are they stronger? Are they smarter? Or are they weaker, stupider, lack attention, lack focus, discipline, short attention spans? They have mental disorders. And so you're actually, the thing is, right, you can be a borderline case, deemed incurable, but there are definitely, like, the vegans, right, definitely, who are weak mentally, right, before they become gaunt, and often, they're eating the protein powder, and of course, as we find out more and more, these flavorings and all these other artificial products are robbing you of like, a lot of nutrients have side effects and accumulations, and you have so many complex biochemistry reactions going on. But if you just look at the key nutrients, right? What is soy? It's just it's a flavor enhancer, right? That's all it is. You don't need it. It's like, why do we have canola? Why? Oh, it's actually a bioplastic, right? It's biologically grown plastic, right? Bioplast, right? They use canola to make plastics and paint. But the declining male participation in the labour force is also causing a panic in countries like China, where the Light Flat movement and the White Paper movement and the Let It Rot movements are killing communism. So Go man, right? Manpower. It's man power, right? Is what drives the economy, right? Without manpower, right? All these. What are they going to do? The more robots you have, who's going to buy your products, right? This is the idiocracy of overproduction, right? We're already overproducing. Yet they want to produce more robots to produce more, because as Lindsey Graham says, it's all about the GDP. No, it's not, right? But we'll get there, right? We'll get there, right? All we have to do is keep spreading mgtow, right? And this is where I thank you all for listening. Don't have anybody to mock today, though there's plenty of people to mock. It's just that I want you to. We need positivity, and positivity will drive the movement forward. Right? We have a good laugh, we have a good chat, and we work towards our individual goals. And that's how it should be, right? Eventually, people who want to keep saying, oh, we want freedom from labour, we want freedom from poverty and all these other things. Well, you're just you're removing purpose, right? That's what they want to do. They want to remove purpose so that the many will die off and fizzle, so that the few can inherit the earth and go, look, the meek inherited the earth. And meanwhile, the strong say, enjoy the sunrise. And they go, what? And they look up and the sun's going, yeah, the great fireball. The idiots of the world unite. And they have. It's called feminism. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully I've enlightened you. That enlightenment is just an academic term for you're a sucker, if you believe us. And yeah, the great con of academia is falling apart. And that great con, of course, is called feminism. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please support the channel. Ko-Fi, Patreon, buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree, description below, in my profiles, or scan the QR code below. I appreciate each and every one of you. See you in the next video, and bye for now.